Not bad.
That was better. That was
Welcome back to the podcast, boys and girls. It's another BEA
Beautiful
day in the park. You're welcome by yours truly, Jeff. And
always joined by me, Colin.
yeah, recently I had hot pot on the weekend,
Okay, yeah.
and I'm not going to lie, it was really good because it's all you can eat. You can order all the meat you want, all the veggies. Comes with like all you can eat desserts too,
All right.
and all you can drink too. So there's just a crazy amount of food.
Was this a Chocho? Chocho?
Chocho's hot pot.
Chocho hot pot?
It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a good time. It's
Yeah.
like it's like premium stuff too.
Nice. All right.
Like-
None of that like just shit quality stuff.
Shit tier food.
Yeah,
no.
no.
This was good. This was
'Kay.
good. And yeah, went with a couple buddies and we had a good time. And then,
Nice.
not gonna lie, we may have over ordered as
yeah.
you usually do at all you can eat.
Yeah, yeah.
And I felt so. It was actually fine.
Yeah.
Like eating everything until the last call. Like I was like, oh, this is not bad. But then like we ordered ice cream at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. As soon as I ate that ice cream, it
Everything wanted to come up.
like it just fucked me up. I was like, oh damn, right? And then when we got up to pay, I was standing up. I was like, oh my god, like
Okay, yeah. yeah.
I couldn't stand up straight.
It's like when you're drunk and you don't feel it till you stand
like,
up.
The thing is, it was like all here. I felt
Okay.
like a giant lump.
All right, yeah.
And I was like, whoa. So then I was like standing like this. I was like,
Okay.
like could not stand up straight. I get to my car
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, I can't drive. Like, I'm like,
Physically
like
incapable.
it kind
of
of hurts to move. It
Okay.
actually doesn't kind of. It hurts to move. And like, how should I put this? I had worked out before going to Hot Pot, so I was like,
Hot Pot, yeah.
I got gains, right? And I'm like, my saliva was starting to build up.
okay.
Because you know when you're
It was
like,
thick and it was
like
just,
you know when
oh,
you're right about to
okay.
puke, you got that like saliva
yeah,
thing
you start
going on.
drooling a bit.
And it's like your body is preparing itself to puke.
It's
right?
lubricating, yeah. It's lubing
So then
up.
I was like, I felt that. I'm like, oh god, like do I just get out of my car because
And throw up.
I'm parked in the parkade, right?
Yeah,
I'm like, just take the L and throw up.
yeah.
I was like, no.
You gotta keep
No.
it in.
I like kept it in. So I sat in my car for 10 minutes,
You're so weird.
and this is at 1:30 a.m. I was like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna puke. I'm not gonna puke. This is all protein that I just ate. I
Yeah.
can't let it go.
You need to let it digest.
So, in hindsight, what I should have done was I should just kept standing because I was sitting in my
Mhm.
car.
Yeah.
If I stood up, it
It
would
like
digest
brings
better.
it down, hopefully.
But
yeah.
I think a pro play that I did was I had some water in my car. I was like, I took small sips at a time, and then,
Okay.
like, that created like air in my stomach, and I was like
Yeah.
able to like burp a
Burp
lot.
it out.
And then after I did that, I was like, oh, I feel so much better now.
Yeah, it is that pressure. Do you get the thing where your stomach will hurt or whatever it is from overeating and you just either are too warm or too cold?
Yep.
Like if you're too warm and your stomach hurt, it's the worst experience.
Yeah,
Ever.
yeah. So long story short, I'd still do it again. I'd still do it again. This is good food.
Man, the worst not hot pot, all you can eat experience. We were, I think maybe teenagers, like high school or something. And we went
Yeah.
for all you can eat sushi. Back in the day when all you can eat sushi was cheap and not $50.
Yeah, how you can eat sushi used to be like 26 or like
Mhm.
maybe
Late
30?
night was like 15.
Yeah.
Like it was so cheap. But anyways, we were at all you can eat sushi and I think it was like 6 of us maybe. And we all ordered obviously just an entire salmon each in sashimi or
like
tofu
a slab
and
of
tuna.
salmon.
Yeah.
Oof.
Just the whole thing, right?
Good times.
And my buddy got so sick. And there was two things that happened at this place. He had been eating the tofu and like I think it might have been deep fried milk, like
Ooh.
you know, like a dessert. Like
Yeah,
it was
that
delicious.
sounds delicious.
But he couldn't hold it
Ooh.
and he threw up. But like not like projectile vomit all over the table, nothing like that. It was just like you know where you catch yourself when you threw up a little bit in your mouth.
Yeah.
And then he spat it into a cup and put it on the
Oh,
side.
what the hell? So he puked into
Yeah.
a cup.
But then our other buddy grabs it and he's like, oh, I didn't know I ordered milk, and started to drink it. But he looked as it was coming up and he was like, oh, there's chunks in that. That ain't milk. And he
Oh.
puts it back down and then he almost started to throw up. And that was great. But more
Ew.
importantly, our buddy ordered too much fish. and he saw at the bottom of the menu where they had that little like additional thing where it's like any food that's left over, we can charge you for.
Yeah, of course.
He was like, we're in high school. So he was like, absolutely no fucking way I'm paying for this. So he started just, when the staff wasn't looking, he would put like fish in his pockets to like hide it.
Pocket fish.
Yeah, literally pocket fish. And we walked out of there. And for the next like hour, he would just like pull out a slab of fish and just like toss it.
Oh, what the fuck?
Like,
Dude, you know what you should have done? You should
What?
have got some soy sauce to go and like just
in
had
the other pocket.
Yeah, and then
just
boom, sushi, boom,
ready to go.
ready to go sushi.
Yeah, it was fucking disgusting.
That's just wasteful now.
It is wasteful, 100%. It wasn't me that did it.
Your friend is gross and wasteful.
100%. I agree with you.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Yuck.
But
Scum.
man, all you can eat is it's another beast sometimes.
Yeah, it's definitely a double-edged sword. Sometimes you go there and you're like, that was a good meal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stop eating. But then like the human nature of greed takes over.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, I don't know, man. Like I've already paid a bunch of food.
Mm-hmm.
I already paid a bunch. I'm gonna eat this food.
You gotta
right
make
now.
the most of your dollar.
Exactly.
It's
So Asian.
I think it is. On the same night that you went for a hot pot, I actually went to All You Can Eat Sushi too.
Oh, what?
Yeah. But
Disappointed.
the thing about hot pot is you usually just get a plate and like you get a bit of meat and it's the same order size every time. And
Wait a second. I invited this guy.
Yeah,
to go get
and
hot pot.
I told
with
him
me.
no. Fuck
And
off.
he said no.
No.
He goes to go get his own hot pot.
I didn't say hot pot. I said sushi. I said when you were at hot pot, I got all you can eat sushi.
You did not say all you can
I
eat
did.
sushi.
You can check the tape back.
Hell
Yeah.
no, dude. You did not say that. Anyways.
So I got all you can eat sushi,
Screw this guy.
as I said in the first place. And the thing about hot pot is, like I was saying, when you order, you get a plate of meat, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's the same plate every time. It's 6 pieces or 8 pieces, whatever it is.
Yes.
And they're really good about being accurate with the orders.
Mm-hmm.
All you can eat sushi is not that. It is like, I will have 4 pieces of this and they might bring 2, they might bring 10. You don't know.
Yeah, you order like 5.
Yeah.
You order like 15 pieces of sushi and they bring you like 6.
It's so wildly inaccurate sometimes.
It makes sense from the restaurant's point of view because
Sure.
people will over order and you're like if you
They can just order more.
if you make all the sushi and they don't eat it, well, that's just a waste of like their resources and money,
time
right?
and everything, yeah.
And like, what are they gonna complain? Like, you didn't give us our order.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, just order more.
Order more. Yeah. So it makes sense. It's kind of sucks, but whatever.
But I had the opposite problem at this place. I ordered, I think, like 3 pieces of salmon and 4 pieces of like sushi, like nigiri sushi.
Yep.
And the first plate came with all the other stuff, like spicy tuna cone, dynamite roll, whatever it is, blah, blah. But those sushi came. And then after we finished it, they throw down another plate of 3 salmon and 4 tuna. I was like, we didn't order that. Like it's the right amount. So like they obviously just doubled it. And then that was it. And then we finished that. And then another plate came of 3 salmon and 4 tuna. And I was like, I wanted to eat other things. Like I feel bad like wasting this. So I'm gonna eat it.
No, you know what they were doing?
What?
They had like extra
And
portions,
they're just trying to push
and
it
they're
onto me.
offloading it onto
Fuck,
you.
dude. I felt
Dude,
bad.
You
I
should be
wanted
like,
to eat
yo,
it.
I didn't order this, man. Take it
know,
away.
I know, but I'm the guy that like, dude, you could serve me like frozen fries at a restaurant. I'd be like, hey, like that's okay. Don't
What
worry.
the hell?
Like,
No, dude. You didn't order it, and they were basically trying to take advantage of you.
No,
at
I
that
ain't
point.
gonna cause a stink about it. All right. Like,
I would. I'd be like, hey, man, I didn't
I
order this.
know.
Take this away. The
I
moment
know.
you say that, dude, they're like, oh, so sorry. Takes away. Like,
yeah.
the least resistance possible.
All right. But you're also the type of guy to just like yell at service industry workers.
What?
Yeah.
What? No, I wouldn't.
Actually,
Don't
okay.
paint me in a bad light. I worked in the like food service industry. I wouldn't do that shit.
Actually, okay.
What
So
the
I do have a story about this. So it was today. I had to call my internet provider
Okay.
for the 3rd time for the
Jesus.
same problem. Since like January. So it's been basically 4 months now.
Yeah.
And I called them and I was like, guys, this is the 3rd time I've called you. It's the same problem. Like you said you would get it fixed a month ago and it hasn't been fixed. My bill is
Yeesh.
still too high.
Yeah.
Can we get this fixed? They're like, okay, yes. Sorry about that. Blah, blah, blah. Like same old, same old. Great. I don't know if what happened last time, if it was just a mistake on their side or they didn't do it or whatever it is, but it got fixed this time, and that's great.
There we go.
But this brings up the idea that I think when I was saying this is a third time of me calling you, I could like hear them getting nervous as if I was going to be like yelling.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never yelled at service workers. I've never yelled at any of those. Because at the end of the day, like, they're not to blame. Like,
yeah, they're doing the best they can just to, you know, fix the problem.
And I've noticed this as well with our parents' generation and the older generation. It's the idea that when the meal is bad, they're going to tell the server or the waiter or like, you know, on the phone, they're going to talk to the person that they're talking to and tell them they're awful.
Mm-hmm. Tell them they're awful.
That doesn't do anything. And it
Okay,
always pissed me off because I would see like, you know, parents or, you know, like parents of friends or whatever it is. And they'd be like, yo, this meal's overpriced and it's bad. It's like, do that waitress or waiter is like not going to do anything.
Yeah, like it's basically shooting the messenger.
Yeah, there's no reason for you to. You want to do something? Leave a bad review on Google or something.
Yeah.
Complaining to the 17-year-old that like their sandwich is overpriced.
Exactly. Like, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
They're not at fault. Yeah. Leave a Google review. Just say there's rats in the kitchen.
I found rats in my soup. If it's a Chinese place, that's how you know it's good.
I found larvae in the soup. Okay.
Yeah, the soup dumpling. Man, it was just fly infested.
That's actually kind of scary how you can like actually like just tank a restaurant by just leaving like a fake review like that.
Yeah, you can leave fake reviews over anything and it's just like, oh, you're done. But yeah, I was thinking about that because I could hear them being nervous on the phone, and I was like, it's fine. I'm not going to yell. I'm just like, I would like this service was. But yeah, that just made me think of it. And I was like, oh God, I can't deal with people like that.
I don't know. That's where the stereotypical Karen behavior comes in. What's the male equivalent of that? I don't even think there is a male Karen. Like, Kevin?
No, being a Kyle is like being a dickhead, like an asshole. Remember Scumbag Steve?
Scumbag Steve,
Scumbag Steve.
That was like one of the like initial memes.
The original steals your wallet, helps you look for it for an hour.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, dude.
Going back to a little hot pot thing I had.
Yeah.
We had a funny story about this because it was just like a few buddies of mine. We were talking about, oh yeah, maybe we should go on a trip together, like right? And like, where's a place that we all haven't gone to? We haven't gone to Thailand.
Okay. Yeah.
So like, cheap food, whatever, good sites and everything.
Good stay and everything. Yeah.
And one of my friends was just like saying like, my girlfriend wouldn't allow me. We're like, what? Why not? Like that makes no sense.
Yeah.
He's just, and then he goes on to explain like, well, like she wouldn't want me like, you know, like seeing lady boys or anything because that's what Thailand's known for.
Sure. Yeah.
And we're just like, what? Like just because you go to Thailand
doesn't mean you have to go see them.
You have to go to the red light district and see lady boys.
Yeah.
And he's just like, what? Like I thought it was a given. Like it's required.
That's the only reason we're going.
We're just like, wait, what the heck? Why would you just assume this?
Yeah.
But we will, though.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you have to at that point.
Yeah.
You're there. That's the point. Yeah.
But it's just so funny how he automatically assumed we're like, what the heck? No. You could do anything else.
Dude, the craziest thing is, well, like, he didn't even ask his girlfriend at that point. Like, you guys were like, boys trip to Thailand. It's like, nah, I can't go. Girlfriend would say no.
Yeah, to be honest, a boys trip to Thailand, it sounds pretty sus to begin with, so.
Honestly, the whole, like, oh, boys trip here, girls trip here, blah, 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 it all sounds sus. You can do it and not be sus, but just off the rip, if you tell me, like, boys trip to Thailand, I'm like, okay. Like, come on. Like, you know, girls trip to Miami. Okay. Like,
okay. Yeah. We get it.
So, yeah. It is one of those things that I would love to go to Thailand. I just don't know what I would do there. I'm trying to think because, like, in Japan, there's so many things that, like, we've done.
Yeah.
Like, we would go do.
But it's like going to Vietnam. Like, I've never been, though, but, like, food, sites, tourist stuff, like, I would assume there's a lot of stuff that you could do.
I think I would just have to look into it more.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like you said, the initial reaction is like,
red light district. Red light district. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
How has your cooking been going anyways? You were getting into all your food shows and your new food and your
dude, cooking. I've been cooking up a storm recently. Okay. I watched this show recently on Netflix called Culinary Class Wars.
Yes,
it's like a Korean cooking show. Dude, it's good.
Okay.
I like binge watched it in like 3 days. 4 days.
How many episodes?
There's like 12,
Okay.
11, and they're like all 1 hour each.
Okay, that's quite a bit.
Okay, so the thing is, like, we've seen all these cooking shows like Hell's Kitchen, Master Chef, whatever.
Yeah.
This was actually done really well.
Like production-wise or the
Production-wise, and like, there were the problem with like reality TV shows is that like, oh, I have a sob story.
Sure.
You're gonna get through. This one was like everybody had like their own restaurant, and there were some people. Okay, so the thing is, the context is like there's 80 black spoons, 20 white spoons.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's a class divide. The
Yeah.
20 white spoons are a bit. I'll go. The 80 black spoons are people who have restaurants. They're kind of popular. They do well and everything. The 20 white spoons are like, these guys have Michelin stars. They're like established.
Top of the class. Yeah.
They're like big boy chefs, right? And so the 80 black spoons like basically battle each other until they come up with 20 of them. So now it's 20 black spoons versus 20 white spoons.
But supposedly the 20 top black spoons.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and like the challenges that they did were so good too.
Okay.
And like the judges themselves, there's only 2 of them, but then they found a way to like eliminate like any bias. Like they would blindfold themselves, so they wouldn't even look at
who it is.
Yeah, whose dish it was, and just just judge purely on taste. I was like, this is actually so creative.
It's like the actual Love Is Blind.
Yeah, exactly. And like the whole entire show itself, I was like so interested in it. The winner,
not who you would have picked.
Yeah, but you know what? From what I saw, it makes sense.
Are you a person that eats with your eyes? I know I'm not. So I'm
not to really. I care more about like what the food tastes like. I don't really care too much about presentation. It's nice if it looks pretty.
Of course. It's a bonus, but I don't think. I know a lot of people that they see something, especially hanging out with white people, and then
white people,
us being Asian, they're like, dude, that looks disgusting. How could you eat that? And I'm like, because it tastes fucking delicious. Yeah, what do you mean? Like, I don't get what you're talking about, right?
Most Chinese food does not look
no
aesthetically pleasing.
No, some does, but I'm not gonna say that like a giant vat of pig's blood. It doesn't look appetizing. Like it's just like a blood colored Jello. Right. So I will say that I don't know if maybe that's why or any other reasons, but I don't eat with my eyes. I'm perfectly fine otherwise.
Yeah, you just show up to a restaurant blindfolded.
Yeah,
I'm ready. Great. I'm ready to dine.
But smell is a big one for me.
Oh yeah.
If it doesn't smell good, I don't think I can get through it.
Well,
or at least neutral.
Well, smell is so correlated to taste, right? Yeah. So that makes sense. I get that.
I don't know. I don't like the whole preconceived notion of like this is gonna be bad, so you convince yourself that it's bad. Like just go in, open mind. Any food you get, just try it. just don't even think about it. Just try it. Does it taste good?
I think there's some things you can assume is bad.
Okay, continue.
Like Snow White. freaking. We talked about this earlier. Okay, dude, I knew that movie was gonna bomb.
Your visual
experience. I knew it. Like I saw the trailer, I was like, this is trash tier. And guess what? It's the lowest rated movie on IMDb. Even though IMDb isn't really like I wouldn't follow that, but still, that means something.
It overtook the disaster movie, live action Dragon Ball.
Like, live action Dragon Ball was like a sin.
Yeah, it was. It is rated worse than all of those. It's like over 10,000.
I wonder if it's just basically people hating on it for the actress and like the whole what Disney's doing with live action movies, or is it
or
just,
if it's actually
I haven't seen
bad,
it, or is it just trash, garbage?
I think it's both. Like I don't see. I'm gonna assume that a lot of those reviews they haven't actually seen it. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm assuming that a lot of those reviews are actually from people that have seen it. It might be 50-50, who really cares? But at that point, it's still the lowest rated, even if you eliminate the people that are just downvoting it anyways.
Yeah.
So
I wonder how that feels working on that movie. Like you're the director, you're the producer, you're the actress, you're the actors, and you're like, wow, I was a part of this huge mess.
That's the shitty part when
everybody hates it.
When something comes down the pipeline and they're like, wow, this cast member, this director, this producer, whatever else, like shot the whole project because they got canceled or something.
Yeah.
there's hundreds or like maybe 1,000 people, depending on how big the project is, of people behind the scenes that just like get shot in the foot because they're like, they happen to be there.
Yeah.
Like wrong place, wrong time. Like, shit.
Exactly. That's scary, man.
It sucks.
But yeah, it sucks for everybody. We're like, hey, you know that thing that you've been working on for like a year, months at a time? It sucks. You suck. Boo. Boo. Boo.
I do think that a lot of this is coming from the main actress, Rachel Zegler, I believe her name is. And what a lot of people online have said, bad PR training and or bad team, right? Like for their PR team and whatever else.
Yeah.
I will say somebody that seems like they're winning out of this is Gal Gadot, because
really
she played the evil witch in Snow White. And you might think that the movie's flopping, it's horribly rated, blah, 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 and she might get hit with that because she was obviously playing a big role in the movie.
Yep.
No, I think she just signed like a multi-movie deal with another like network or something. She just got her star on the Walk of Fame, like in LA.
Well,
like,
hey man, you pay for that.
You do pay for
it. You don't
I
earn
know,
it.
It's like $75,000 plus maintenance costs or something. So like, but I'm just saying that I think her PR team is good enough to do things on the side to kind of overcome and cloud
it's literally
that.
like, hey, let's deflect our involvement in this Snow White.
Hey, we don't need to talk.
Exactly. Just
was,
focus on everybody else.
Yeah. Like, hey, look, I'm getting a star.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart.
It's like,
yeah.
So I think that her team is probably
good for her. Good for her.
She's more well established anyways. But it brings to light like a lot of these celebrities or like public figures that just end up kind of doing their own thing and then get hate on. Because I've also been seeing right now Hassan, who YouTuber, Twitch streamer, political Twitch streamer, and I believe Hassan was sponsored, I guess I would call it, by Assassin's Creed, the new one that came out in the game. And now this game has already been hit with the anti-woke crowd, because I think there is a black samurai and there's a female samurai. So the anti-woke crowd is like, how dare you do this to samurai? Like, this is
aren't they all like Japanese and everything?
Yeah, exactly, right? So they're like, oh, this is just DEI and wokeism, right? But Hassan was playing it, and then Elon Musk like tweeted out some shit against Hassan like playing it, being like, oh, he'll just like do anything for a dime or like whatever it is.
Dude, that guy's got too much time on his hands.
I know he does. It's crazy. But Assassin's Creed, the actual Twitter account, I guess, had enough of Elon and was like, oh yeah, is this the same shit you're saying about like the people that are boosting your Path of Exile account or Diablo account?
Because I remember that time when like, you know, like he pretended to be like a top tier like gamer.
Yep. And then like the person came out being like, yeah, no, I paid for it. Like, or like he paid me to do it.
Jesus.
It's so crazy the like beef that comes out of these little things. It's like, dude, just like he's playing a sponsored game. Like, just fucking go play it. Like, whatever, dude.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, man, guess who wins? Assassin's Creed, because people are talking about it.
It's true, yeah.
People are talking about it.
We're talking about it right now.
Mm-hmm.
That like, all of the Elon stuff is so crazy. I drove down the street the other day, and I drive a Tesla, but at the same time, I got the Tesla prior all of this stuff, these ongoings, let's say.
You got it just for this.
Yeah. I got it actually after I heard about what he's doing. No. So I got it a while ago, and I was driving by the Tesla dealership just because it's on the way to where I was going.
Yep.
Major protests. Both sides of the street.
Wait, people are protesting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like signs, like everything, boycott it. And it's to the point that some of the signs are, I mean, I guess they're PG enough, they're on the street, but they're like, no more like swastika cars, like no like this, no that. Like they're pretty hardcore about the fact that it's
so like on. What are protests kind of gonna do?
It's still to boycott Tesla.
Yeah,
it's still a protest.
I guess so, yeah.
I saw actually there was this website, and it was an American website posting the phone number, email address, and home address of every Tesla owner in America.
What the hell?
And it was the website is basically saying, if you wish to exercise your right for freedom of artistic expression and protest towards this, here is the addresses of all Teslas.
Dude, that's too much, man.
And
you're literally doxing.
Mm-hmm. And they said, the website said, we'll take your address, phone number, and email address down if you show us proof of sale. AKA, if you show us that you sold the Tesla, we'll take your address down. Don't worry.
What the? That's literally threatening.
And it also said, if you are going to go and do these protests and, let's say, demonstrate on these Teslas, also look at this other website. And this other website was basically a website of how to get around security systems.
How to
and like surveillance systems.
How to skirt the law.
Yeah.
That's wild,
and
dude.
I'm like, that... It feels like too much.
I don't understand that, man. To me, if you're gonna drive an EV, that's great. You're not really harming the environment.
Sure.
Unless you're like, you're totally, like in the whole entire activism with all that jazz. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, dude. Because like, hey, I'm just gonna go from point A to point B. That's it. I just drive an electric vehicle and I just want to get from point A to B.
If you want to make the argument, lithium mines are really bad. Those are really bad for the environment to get the batteries and everything. Like, yes, I understand the argument on both sides. But like you said,
so is drilling for oil.
Exactly. I get the argument that like it's cheaper in daily driving cost to run an EV. It just is, and that's fine. I have no issues with that. It's too far, I think, because a lot of those Tesla owners are probably people that had it way before.
Exactly.
And it's cheaper. It literally is just cheaper in day to day. It feels like it went a little bit far.
Yeah, that's a little too much, man. Like,
but also it's America.
Yeah, like, America definitely takes things to the extreme.
It's just America.
Yeah, that's the first time I'm hearing about this. I'm like, whoa, thank God if we don't live there.
Yeah, I mean, depending on who you talk to, they would like us to live there.
Yeah, like, hell yeah.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Join aboard, kinda.
Don't fucking say hell yeah.
No, I'm talking from the POV of an American. Like, hell
okay,
yeah, get over here.
Like, dude, you traitor. Like, what
I don't know, dude. Screw that. I like Canada.
Yeah, I like Canada too. But yeah, it's going crazy. And I felt bad because I'm driving by in a Tesla. And I want to roll down the window and be like, hey, like, I support you guys. Like, don't throw anything at my car,
everybody would be like, everybody would throw eggs at your car.
Yeah, I was like, no,
screw this guy.
I was so ready to be pegged by things. I was like, oh, no. But yeah, it's an interesting time for all that shit going on.
Yeah, interesting climate. Interesting. I don't know. There's just so much going on in the world. Can we just chill out, just relax, maybe chill out at a park, hang out,
Bros Park,
yeah, watch our shit.
All right. Well, I think that will do it for us here at today's episode. It was a short one. It was a nice little quick Sunday episode here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
a little quickie.
If you have anything else that you want to hear us talk about or hear our opinions on, not that we're experts on anything, let us know down in the comments down below. Let us also know what you think of the new camera angle. I was going to brief on that earlier, but Jeffrey went straight into the hot pot.
You know it, man, dude.
Up story.
I was so full. I felt so crappy. I just want to tell you guys.
All right. Well, let us know what you think, if you like the angle or if we should go back to being on a lower angle. And hopefully we'll see you again for the next one. And drop a like, subscribe, all the good stuff. And we'll catch you later this week. Peace out.
Peace, guys.